going off on a movie rant. I want to see The Mule with Clint Eastwood because, I mean, he's older, but he's still good looking.
It's like 90,
Still hot. He killing it.
I think it's personality at that moment.
Yeah, and he's like the best in movies. He is the best.
Awesome.
If you have not seen Gran Torino, like,
that dude's like an ultimate badass from back then.
oh my god,
and
he really is.
over to the new days, so he's a good actor. Good actor.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
I think our top 3 favorite actors, as far as like action films and like total badasses, would be Clint Eastwood, Denzel, and Keanu.
I think Keanu's got like definitely a wider variation of acting roles compared to the others, but Denzel's always been a badass.
Yeah, but
yeah, because you haven't seen all of like Keanu Reeves' other stuff.
yeah. Fun fact: if I was a boy, my mom wanted to name me Keanu because she loved Keanu Reeves. Respect, because if I was a boy and I looked like that,
he did do action-packed stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I think he has a little.
But Denzel's movies and so are Clint Eastwood's. I feel they have the same character type. I guess Keanu plays a more wide range. I can give you that. So, anyways, we watched Equalizer 2 because we've been waiting, and so we finally rented it from Redbox. That was so good. Oh, really, he's good. Amazing. And we can't wait to see John Wick 3.
Yeah.
That is an amazing series. I feel like people wouldn't think that I would like violent movies and violent shows, but I do. It's very exciting, and I like when bad people get avenged.
She likes the fantasy part of all of that.
Not in like real life.
Stuff. Yeah.
But when I'm watching that, I feel like everything is possible. Like, I feel like if somebody tried to attack me, I could do that.
She feels like if Taken happened, she could be Liam Neeson.
For real. I don't really like the Taken series, though. I'm going to be honest about that.
I will find you on Facebook.
For real. I can find you on Facebook, that's for sure.
And I will spam you.
I will block your profile. I know how. Not as tough as I look, I guess. Guess I don't look as buff as Denzel. I save little girls too. And little boys.
That's right.
I have to say that I love that in the movies, Denzel always like connects with like a small girl character. Like the little girls.
Like he always seems to connect with actually troubled youngsters.
People. Yeah, but he saves, like, even in Equalizer 2, he sees that little girl in the bookstore and he's like, hi. And I just love it. And like the other one where he's Creasy, that Man on Fire.
Yeah, Man on Fire.
I like that. So that's our movie rant. We're just driving right now. So anyways, I was watching Gordon Ramsay's Behind Bars, and it was of course in England, because I think that's where he lives.
Right.
In the Bricks prison. And it was really cool. He was trying to like take these prisoners and like make them into like cooks,
and then
basically.
He was going to take that food
and he sells it outside,
and then he makes the money back for the prison. That way they pay for themselves, so there's no
and they earn a work ethic,
because it's like they're taking money from these people's hard-earned dollars and using it for the prisons. And then those people that are in prison, some of them, since they're like repeat offenders and stuff, life is kind of made for them. They get in there, they have their meals prepped for them.
They don't, and that's what one of the guys was saying, was like, obviously he was a prisoner, so they were talking to the prisoners. It was really interesting perspective. And of course it makes me sad, because there's some of the people, like one of the guys has been in and out, and you missed that because you fell asleep. One of the guys, the one that's been in and out since he was 10, he's never held a job because he's been in and out of the system since he was 10. His mom passed away when he was 12, I think, and his dad, I think, was MIA. He had 3 kids with some girl.
I missed that because I just missed it.
No. After he fell asleep, when he was selling the things.
Oh,
remember how he told them to tell their parents to come and stuff, their families? So he picked like a certain amount.
Barstow, so right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He picked a certain amount that like wanted. They actually applied for it. Like they thought they would want to do it. So he like did a competition and chose the best ones. So they weren't like forced to do it. If you wanted to do it, you could. If you didn't, you didn't have to.
Yeah.
because it gave them, they said, like, it gives me something to do. Like, it teaches me some type of work ethic. And like that guy, I said, he's been in and out since he was 10 years old. He's never had a job before. Like, how sad is that? These people need help. And they don't know how to get it. You know, and then Gordon Ramsay kind of brought up their maturity level. It's like they're almost like boys. They're not really men. Because so much is done for them and they haven't had a lot of life experience. It's sad. So, he was like teaching them. He basically like taught them to cook and stuff and like decorate cupcakes. So one of them, he had them make fairy cakes and they decorated these cupcakes and it was really cute. So then he goes out and does pop-up shops and sells their stuff. And it was interesting because he asked the people, like, this was made by prisoners. Like, what do you think of that? Like, what do you think about us making it behind bars and selling it here? And they're like, that's great. It teaches them skills, you know, it gives them something to do. And a lot of them, surprisingly, like, said that they had been interested in being a cook before they got into prison. And a lot of them are repeat offenders and like for bigger things like burglary and drugs. A lot of them was drugs. Yeah. And so he told them, like, after it was over, he told them, like, after they were done cooking for the pop-up shop, he's like, okay, call your families and stuff, like, let them know to come by. And so they did, and it was really interesting. We got to see their families, a lot of them. And sadly, a lot of the families didn't seem to go visit because they were like, why should I? Like, I don't want to go there. It's not a place I want to go. But, you know, sometimes the people need you, like the moms especially. But that guy who's been in and out since he was 10, he had 3 kids with some girl, and she was cute. And the kids look just like him. So hopefully they have a great life. But I think there was only 1 season of it. We only watched 2 episodes. But I never knew he did anything like that. And then Gordon Ramsay shared his past, which his dad was an alcoholic, and his brother, his older brother, pretty sure his older brother, was a druggie. And he ended up in jail from the time he was young.
TV show time.
Well, I'm talking about the show we watched.